Aldrich and his team, obviously they had a great year, and this was a great football game. A game of two very good teams who battled till the end, and we had better of it today, and I give credit to these guys and the rest of their teammates in the locker room. I think we showed a lot of character, a lot of poise, and came away with a big win.
Okay, questions?
Matt Zimmer, Artist Leader. Jim, can you just talk about how you guys were able to put so much pressure on Augustana today, and it really seemed like you were in their quarterback space all day?
Yeah, I think our pressures worked really well, and guys were just playing great, and I think the coach made good calls, and things worked out really well for us.
Continuing on that theme, sometimes there were some turnovers and so forth, but you guys defensively just stopped them. They couldn't move. Even when they had the wind at their back, they get the ball and you guys just stopped them. It was a very aroused thing. Was there any particular meaning besides the importance of the game or what? Because the defense has been good all year, but this was really amazing.
Like I said, I think they just played, my team has played spectacular, and coaches did great, and we were excited about this game. It's obviously a big deal, and they were a really tough team, so we felt we really needed to play our best.
Coach, maybe with the start. Sure. If you can talk about the running game and what you guys were able to do with 60 rushes and 240 plus yards, and how after some early turnovers, how you guys were able to establish the game on the ground.
Yeah, Andy, I agree with you. I think that was key in the game. Going in, when you look at the two teams' statistics, both teams are teams that want to rush the football. Both teams are teams that have played exceptionally well against the run all year, and really I think it was going to boil down to the team that was able to rush the ball better, and that was us today. I think our offensive line played well. Brad and Brian ran hard. And I think on the flip side, defensively, we took that away from them. We took that element away from them offensively, and probably forced them to throw the football more than they wanted to do coming in. And when you can put teams in that kind of position, it's typically a good position for yourself. And I think that was the difference in the game. I thought we responded exceptionally well after giving up the opening touchdown. Turning the ball over, giving them short field. I think what it was, 3 plays, and they were in the end zone. And we took the ball in the next drive, and I don't even know if we threw a pass. We might have, but just really chunked the ball down the field. We're very patient with the running game, which we had to be today, and kept making first downs, and got it in the end zone ourselves. And I think once we got that drive under our belt, I thought we played with a great deal of confidence there offensively.
Robbie, on the fumble that you returned for a touchdown, right before that play, you guys had already were starting to kind of turn the momentum, and looked like it was kind of starting to swing in your favor. When you hit that touchdown, did you really get a feeling like, okay, now we've really kind of put the pressure on them with this score?
Well, with that score, I made like a 2-score ball game, which was nice, and going into the half, it's a lot of momentum, and we came into halftime really pumped about what we can do and about finishing it off in the second half. And it's always nice with a defensive score, it kind of adds fuel to the fire. I mean, we had momentum going that way, and it kind of threw gasoline on the fire. It was nice for that to happen.
I think that was really a key play. We had actually moved the ball down in there, and they had stopped us, and we came away with nothing on that drive, and you could have easily went into halftime as a 1-score game, and for your defense to make a play and score in the last minute of a half like that, and create the 2-score separation that Robbie was talking about. It was a totally different halftime feel than it would have been if that would have been a 14-6 game had that not happened.
Brian, is that the most carries you had in the game?
I don't even know how many carries I had, but probably feels like it. But yeah, it was really fun. I had some success because of the big boys up front, so kept going. It was really fun.
Brian, could you talk a little bit about the offensive line, kind of the holes you were seeing? I mean, they did a pretty decent job of picking up the blitz, reading the linebackers, everything today.
Yeah, all my success basically is because of the big boys up front. they put their time in for film study. They had to go over all the crazy fronts that Augie would put up, and they handle it really well, making holes easy to hit almost.
Bob, could you talk a little bit about when you had the couple of suspensions before the game? Did you have to change the offensive game plan at all too much, or did you guys just kind of stick with what you guys did?
Well, we do what we do. You know, we're a team that wants to run the football first, and we were able to do that today, and it wasn't easy. You know, we're playing a very good defensive team, and as I said, I think the key thing was we were patient with our running game, and we were satisfied with taking our 4 or 5, yards a crack, and sometimes not even that many, and just keeping the football. And by keeping the football away from them, I'm just looking here at the time of possession thing, and we had it for 39 minutes, and they had it for 20, and if you're going to double the time of possession on somebody, there's a pretty good chance you're going to win the football game, and we were able to do that today, and I think part of that, too, is the fact that, our defense played really well. We not only held on to the ball when we had it, but they got off the field when they were in there, and, the combination of those two things is how we play. We want to be a ball control football team on offense, and want to be a team that plays super defense, and the guys who played today responded.
Can you talk about Pat Alexander a little bit and the game he played? He had at least one key catch on the 3rd down to convert and get a first. And we step into the breach the way he did.
We've got a nice group there of young tight ends with Ben Helmer and Pat Alexander and Chris Olson, and Chris and Pat played a little bit more today, and we didn't throw the football a lot, but by running the football some, we set up some opportunities for some key play action pass catches, and Pat made a couple of good plays there, and Chase made a couple of good plays getting the football. We went through the ball 9 times, so I guess we didn't open it up too much today, but we did what we had to do to win.
Bob, Eric Gillespie, Fox 21. Last week, turnovers were kind of a big deal for you guys and almost cost the game. How about this week after that first drive, holding on to the ball the rest of the way?
Yeah, we the opening interception is not how you want to start a game, and Chase just made a bad decision there. He didn't practice very much this week, and I think his timing was a little bit off throwing the football. And then obviously disappointing, and Brian would be the most disappointed probably at the end of the game there when we had a chance to kind of put the ball game away, and we put it on the ground and give them a little bit of life there at the end of the game. But other than that, we were good. We were sound in the kicking game. The penalty on the roughing the kicker penalty, which gave him a touchdown, we'd like to have back. And at the same time, when you ask guys to make plays, sometimes those kinds of effort penalties happen, and they came back and just kept playing.
Jim, can you kind of talk about the 2 fumbles you were a part of today, kind of getting the ball back when the offense had some troubles keeping on to it?
Yeah, those were really, I think, important plays. Is that Rob ran that one in, and I don't know who knocked it loose. I just had a hand on his ankle, and I didn't see what happened except I saw Rob run, so that was great.
Stumble.
And then that second fumble, Haas just knocked it loose and just jumped on there, and I felt that was a great play by Haas and a really important play in the game. So,
If I could say something about our D-line, I thought Akey, Haas, and Coons, I thought they played unbelievable. I mean, as linebackers core, we were able to run around, and in pressures a lot of time, we're usually the ones getting home, and it seemed like they were the ones really making big plays for us today, and it's a credit to them and their coach, Coach Lockwood.
Robbie, who do you think knocked that one out on that play?
That he recovered?
The one that you got.
I don't know. I had tunnel vision, the ball appeared. I did my best not to get into the end zone, so, I mean, fortunate that I made it.
I was going to say, it wasn't a real athletic looking play after he recovered the fumble. But,
Yeah.
You didn't come up a yard short this time.
No, I made sure I got it. I was out of breath, though.
Could you talk about your defense? I mean, especially situationally. In your last 2 games on 3rd down, you held the opponents to a 3 for 23
yeah.
3rd down completion rate.
Yeah.
what kind of schemes are you guys running? What have you done to kind of step it up on third down?
I think that's a good point, and it's a big point of emphasis for us defensively, and Coach Strop, does a good job of emphasizing this, and the fact that third down's a down where you get off the field. And, our defense has that mentality that third down is our down, what were they today? 2 of 12, 2 of 12 on third down. And again, that's a sign of a good defense. If you can, and that's a variety of, they're not just all third and longs either. I mean, some of those were third and shorts, and I think that was a big part of the difference too. You stop teams from driving the football if you're good on third down.
Time for one more question. Anyone?
Bob, can you, and you don't know where you're gonna be playing next week, but if this was the last home game here, what a way to go out this season.
Yeah, and we'll see how it sorts out. You might be playing home again next week, but at the same time, regardless, these guys have accomplished a lot, and I say these guys because these are three of our seniors right here. They've accomplished a lot, and I know this. They want to keep playing, and they've earned the right to keep playing.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Thanks, players.